kind of mind-blowing, isn't it? You
Mm.
hear about artificial intelligence being this game changer, ready to transform huge sectors like banking, national security, even healthcare.
Yeah.
And you can absolutely see the potential. But then when you actually look at how much it's really being used in these critical areas, well, it feels like we're barely getting started.
That's a spot-on observation. The desire for AI, it's definitely there within these high-stakes industries. The leaders we talk to, they absolutely get the incredible possibilities.
Right.
But there's a real disconnect between that potential and, what's actually being rolled out on the ground.
So for you and me trying to understand this, what's holding things up? What are the core challenges stopping these organizations, the ones with their most sensitive data, from really taking the AI leap?
Ultimately, it boils down to one fundamental issue:
No.
trust. These aren't just any organizations dealing with generic data.
Yeah.
They're handling incredibly sensitive information governed by really strict rules and where any slip up can have serious consequences. They want to harness AI's power, sure, but not if it means compromising security or sacrificing privacy or losing control.
Okay, let's make this concrete. Think about a major global bank, right? Operating in dozens of countries. What kind of headaches are they facing when they think about AI?
Oh, for a bank like that, the sheer complexity is just staggering. They're navigating this maze of regulations across different countries, everything from data privacy, financial risk management, data sovereignty, governance.
Right.
And they're trying to do all this while also aiming to become more efficient, modernize their systems using AI.
And where does AI even fit into that picture for them? Like, what specifically are they hoping AI could do?
Well, we're talking about really vital functions. Imagine AI helping with, say, real-time risk assessment, or instantly flagging suspicious transactions to prevent fraud, or even processing sensitive financial data to offer better, more tailored customer services. These AI applications could give them a huge edge.
But they can't just feed all that sensitive customer data into, any AI model they find online, can they? That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Precisely. Their most critical AI applications, the really sensitive stuff, well, they simply cannot be moved to standard third-party public cloud platforms. Not as they exist today.
Just too risky.
The security and compliance risks are just far too high. For many of these core functions, sending that kind of data outside their tightly controlled internal systems, it's just not an option. One security leader told us, basically, the potential gains are tempting, sure, but the risks to our customer data are a non-starter.
So they're kind of stuck then.
Yeah.
Either try to build their own, fortress-like AI infrastructure from scratch, which sounds incredibly complicated and expensive.
And for the vast majority, even the biggest global banks, that's simply not feasible. You'd need almost unlimited resources, highly specialized teams. Only a tiny handful might even consider it.
Or, I guess, hope that some ready-made AI platform will
Ah.
magically appear that meets all their super strict demands.
Yeah.
But, well, that doesn't exist right now, does it?
Not in a comprehensive sort of out-of-the-box way that satisfies everyone. What's missing is a solution that seamlessly combines, high performance with the necessary bulletproof compliance, really robust privacy safeguards, thorough audit trails, and the kind of fine-grained control that these institutions absolutely must have.
Okay, that gives us a really clear picture for finance. Now let's think about an even more sensitive area. National intelligence. What unique obstacles are they running into with AI?
Yeah, the complexity definitely jumps up several notches there. National intelligence agencies, they handle truly massive amounts of incredibly sensitive data. Think signals intelligence, surveillance data, satellite imagery, classified comms. And the need to quickly extract actionable insights from all of that is absolutely critical. AI is uniquely positioned to help with that kind of large-scale analysis.
But the security demands must be on a whole other level. We're talking state secrets here.
Absolutely. These systems often operate in what are called air-gapped environments. For anyone listening, that means the data, the AI models, the entire infrastructure, it's completely isolated, physically disconnected from public networks.
Okay.
It's a key defense against cyber attacks, but also insider threats.
That creates a whole new set of problems, though, doesn't it? How do you even keep those AI systems running and, secure?
Exactly. How do you update the AI models with the latest intel? How do you apply essential security patches when the whole system is offline? Then there's the challenge of scaling, deploying these capabilities across different operations or regions while keeping strict centralized control. And maybe the biggest one, how do you guarantee with absolute certainty that no sensitive data ever leaks out?
It sounds like any standard AI solution you could buy off the shelf just wouldn't even come close.
Not even remotely, just putting firewalls or security wrappers around cloud-based AI models. It's not sufficient, not for this. Even using open source AI models inside secure containers doesn't really address the core challenges of, say, securely distributing those models or setting up clear trust boundaries or ensuring the system just keeps working reliably in these totally isolated setups.
So what's the missing piece? What technology would actually let them use AI effectively?
What's needed is a fundamentally different kind of tech stack, something that's entirely self-contained, can be updated securely, even when offline, deployable globally but still under strict control, and just inherently designed to work in air-gapped environments. That kind of AI infrastructure, well, it just hasn't been widely developed yet.
Let's switch gears again then. Another vital area, healthcare. We all hear about the amazing potential for AI, improving patient care, speeding up research, but this is also an area with incredibly personal, heavily regulated information.
Exactly right. A major healthcare network, hospitals, research labs, insurers, they handle a massive amount of your personally identifiable information, PII, and protected health information,
Hmm.
PHI.
Yeah.
And regulations like HIPAA in the US, GDPR in Europe, they set very strict rules about how this data can be accessed, used, and secured.
And the potential benefits of AI here are enormous, aren't they? Faster diagnoses, more personalized treatments.
Truly transformative potential.
Hmm.
AI could automate so much time-consuming clinical documentation, freeing up doctors, nurses.
Right, letting them focus on patients.
Exactly. It could dramatically speed up medical discovery, improve diagnostic accuracy by spotting patterns humans might miss, and even enable highly personalized treatment plans based on huge data sets.
But the need to keep all that patient information completely private must be, well, paramount. Absolute priority one.
Absolute data privacy throughout the entire AI lifecycle is completely non-negotiable. Any AI solution in healthcare has to guarantee secure interaction between different parts of the system's hospitals talking to labs, labs to insurers without any possibility of data leakage.
And you need proof, right? Like audit trails.
You need rigorous, clear audit trails showing exactly how data was used for compliance. And crucially, the system must prevent any misuse, whether it's, malicious insiders or just accidental release.
So are the AI tools available today really up to that standard, that level of security and privacy?
Not adequately, no.
Yeah.
Public AI APIs, even the ones with fancy enterprise settings, often don't provide the necessary guarantees. And just deploying general-purpose AI models on-prem within a hospital's network, that might lack the specific controls, the governance frameworks, the secure ways to share data across different departments or organizations that healthcare really needs.
It sounds like we're seeing the same core problem cropping up again and again across these very different but equally critical industries.
Exactly. The common thread linking banking, national security, and healthcare is this fundamental need for trust when you're dealing with highly sensitive data. Organizations in all these sectors are eager, they want to tap into AI's power.
But not at any cost.
Right. They are simply not willing to compromise on the essentials, security, privacy, and maintaining control. The focus isn't just on having smarter AI algorithms, it's really about building a secure, trustworthy foundation for these high-stakes applications.
So it's not just a matter of like putting a stronger padlock on the door of existing AI tech.
Not at all. Real AI security in these contexts, it demands a completely different architectural approach. Something built from the ground up with these specific security needs baked in. It needs to work flawlessly even when totally isolated, air-gapped.
Hmm.
It has to enable secure collaboration with a kind of zero-trust mindset, enforce strict governance with transparent, verifiable compliance, every update meticulously secured. And it has to scale globally without creating data sovereignty headaches.
It really highlights that AI isn't just some generic tool you can plug into any situation, especially when the stakes are this high.
Precisely. AI needs to be intentionally designed, engineered for the very specific security demands of these critical industries. It's not just about convenience or raw processing power anymore. It's about establishing genuine, verifiable security and trust.
So when we look at the bigger picture here, what's the main thing we should take away from all this?
I think the key takeaway is that the immense potential of AI to transform these crucial sectors, banking, national security, healthcare, well, it's currently being held back, locked up almost,
Right.
by the simple absence of secure, private, compliant, and truly reliable AI infrastructure designed for their needs.
And because that infrastructure isn't there, some of the most potentially beneficial and impactful uses of AI in our society just aren't happening yet.
That's the core of it. Until we have these fundamental building blocks in place, the most sensitive and high-value applications of AI will remain just out of reach for the very organizations that could arguably benefit most.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Hmm.
The future of AI in these critical areas isn't just about how intelligent we can make the systems. It's fundamentally about building that solid foundation,
Yeah.
that foundation of trust, control, and accountability right from the very start.
Absolutely. The real challenge now, the interesting part, is figuring out how we actually build that secure foundation.